and I am getting a little bit excited about Christmas. Today I am doing a holiday gift guide for children. It's a whole bunch of children's picture books, all of which are winter or Christmas themed picture books. And oh my goodness, so much fun is about to happen. All of these are books that I received for free from the publisher in exchange for a free and honest review. Before we jump in to my Christmas children's book gift guide, I want to make sure you know that Books for MKs is a charity that donates books to missionary kids. Today's MK shout out goes to Cedric, who is 9 years old and lives in Romania. He loves books about spies and science. If you want to donate to Cedric and children like him, you can donate to the Books for MKs charity at GoFundMe.com. And don't forget to subscribe and click on that little notification bell. And let's jump straight into the books. These books are in no particular order, and here we go. In Snow Globe Wishes, there is a huge storm, and one little girl is glad that there's no electricity because it means that the whole town has to slow down and just enjoy the snow. Her family eats dinner by candlelight, and they snuggle together in front of the warm fire and make a blanket for it, and in the morning, the whole town comes out to make snowmen and have snowball fights, and they join hands around a Christmas tree and sing Christmas carols. The focus in this book is about all kinds of different people coming together in peace. It's a simple story with a powerful message, and I gave it 5 stars. My favorite part is the blanket fort. 'Twas an Evening in Bethlehem tells the story of Christ's birth from the perspective of a child of the innkeeper. The innkeeper's child shows Mary and Joseph to the stable and makes sure they have some blankets to keep them warm. In the middle of the night, the child hears the baby crying, and he goes out to the stable to visit the newborn baby Jesus. This book is so sweet and lovely. It actually made me cry while I was reading it. Like, it is just that adorable. It's a very simple story, but it really touched my heart, and I gave it 5 stars. In Santa and the Goodnight Train, the children are climbing aboard the train on their way to find Santa on Christmas Eve. There are a lot of little things in this book that make it really special. For instance, in Santa's workshop, he has maps, and they say Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, and outer space. I don't know if you can see that, but Santa has maps of outer space. One of the details that makes this special too is the little hidden storyline of the bear. This little boy has a bear, and he drops his bear as he's getting into the train, and the bear spends the whole rest of the story trying to catch up to his owner. And finally at the end, Santa returns the lost bear to the little boy on the Goodnight Train. It's little details like that that show the careful thought that went into this cute little story, and that is why I gave it 5 stars. I read Do You See What I See, which is about a little rabbit named Bun Bun who follows the Christmas star and finds the stable where Jesus was born. And she is joined along the way by a snowman and a little red bird and Baba the sheep. This story is actually told in kind of awkward rhyme for the first 3 pages, and then it just switches to prose. So I wasn't sure why the writing style changed in the middle of the book. Other than that, it's a very cute story with sweet characters. Bun Bun is just adorable with a heart full of Christmas love, and I gave it 4 stars. Dasher is about Dasher and her reindeer family before they met Santa. They are prisoners of a traveling circus, and Dasher makes a daring escape. Using the North Star as her guide, she goes searching for the North Pole, hoping to find some peace. She meets a man all dressed in red, struggling to deliver toys to children with only one horse to pull his sleigh. Dasher agrees to help him deliver the toys, and of course they rescue her reindeer family. I really loved this book. The illustrations are beautiful. I mean, just look at that cover. The story is really sweet and touching, and Dasher is such a spirited character. I gave this one 5 stars. I also have a Christmas activity book that ties in with the TV show or movie, We're Going on a Bear Hunt. This is a sticker book that has Christmas crafts and puzzles and games to play. There are cookie recipes and stickers you can color. There are crafts to do a snowflake paper chain, and my favorite, a Christmas wreath. It is full of stickers and some stickers that you can color in for yourself. This book just is chock full of fun activities to do at Christmas time, and I gave it 5 stars. Santa's Secret is about a little girl who is on a mission to discover the real Santa Claus. Is it the Santa that she saw in the Christmas parade? Is it the Santa that she saw at the mall? Or is it the Santa who has a bell and a bucket for the Salvation Army? With her notebook and pencil, she is ready to ask some serious questions and find out who is the real Santa. This little girl asked some very interesting questions, like where do the reindeer sleep? And what is Rudolph's favorite food? And does Santa take vacations? One of the things I liked about this are the little details in the illustrations. For instance, the Santa at the mall has a toys winter catalog and peppermint beard oil and breath mints and how to be a good listener behind his Santa chair. This is such a sweet story and a beautifully illustrated book. I gave it 5 stars. I read the first Christmas sweater. I think that this was first published as the first Christmas jumper because it is set in Ireland. The rumor around the Irish sheep farm is that Santa is looking for a very special sheep to donate their wool for the very first Christmas sweater. Hillary is a multicolored sheep who loves Christmas, but she's worried that her abnormal wool will, eliminate her from being chosen to be Santa's special wool donating sheep. This one is illustrated, but it's also more like a chapter book, So this will be perfect for young children who are just learning to read chapter books on their own. Each of Hillary's sheep friends on the farm have their own quirky personalities, and the plot is just hilarious. The writing is really playful, and the illustrations add to the imagination and the whimsy of the book. I gave this one 4 stars. For those Peppa Pig fans out there, I have Peppa Pig and the Christmas play. Peppa and her school class are planning a Christmas play, and Peppa wants to be a Christmas fairy. She invites Santa to attend the school play along with all the parents, but the teacher warns Peppa that Santa might be too busy to come to their school play. However, the show must go on even if Santa doesn't make an appearance. This completely adorable picture book has a very simple storyline that is perfect for young children. The first part of the story just describes what each of the schoolmates want to be for Christmas, whether it is a Christmas tree or a snowflake or even a Christmas nurse. It's just so cute. The best part about this hardcover edition is that the dust jacket is actually a poster that you can color in. So it's a coloring poster showing all the children and how they dressed up for the Christmas play. Of course, that might set a dangerous precedent for young children to color in books. So, use that one with caution because you don't want crayons in books to end up together. That's just not a good scenario. It is a very cute little activity to include a poster with the book, and I gave this one 5 stars. Next, we have the winter edition of All Around Bustletown. Everywhere in Bustletown, people are getting things done. They are skating on the pond and buying their Christmas tree. There are no words, of course, but you can just look through and see how different people on each page are doing something different. For instance, Anne has missed the bus, and we see her running after the bus, and she's still running after the bus, and finally she caught her bus. It's really fun to search for individual people through the hustle and bustle of everything that's going on and the chaos of the page, and be able to follow their little storyline until the end. I mean, I'm 37 years old, and I was fascinated with this book, trying to find all the different little people. But my favorite one was of a mysterious motorcyclist that we see in every page. There he is again on his motorcycle. And finally at the end, we find out who was that on the motorcycle the whole time. It was Santa. I know it's ridiculous, but I just love this. I think it's so cute and it would be so much fun to read it with a child. I gave this 5 stars. Little Robin has 7 vests to keep him warm through the winter. But each day he gives them away to animals who are freezing in the snow. And then finally on Christmas Eve, he only has 1 sweater vest left. And he gives it to a poor frozen mouse who is shivering in the cold. But then little Robin is freezing and shivering in the cold. Unless a certain jolly fellow in a red coat can give little Robin the most important Christmas gift of all. I just loved little Robin's character. He is such a sweet and generous little guy. And I am absolutely amazed at the beautiful illustrations. I mean, the snow really feels cold, you know, and each of Robin's vests are different. They all have different colors and everything. And you can even see the stitching, like the individual knitted stitches on the vests. It's just so cute. I just love it. So adorable and Christmassy. I gave this 5 stars. I wish I could give it 10 stars. This put me in the Christmas mood. This is just such a sweet book. And if you can't tell on the cover, it has a little bit of foil with some, with some snowflakes and a little bit on his vest. So that's a very cute little detail. In one wild Christmas, a bear, a beaver, and a moose all come together to celebrate Christmas. They search for the perfect Christmas tree to cut down, but the bear loves all living things and he won't let them cut down a beautiful tree. So how can they possibly celebrate Christmas without a Christmas tree? I loved this book. I loved it so much. The characters are so cute. The illustrations are simple but striking, and the storyline is just so completely adorable. The writing is charming and really simple for young readers. I really loved the festive illustrations, and the story just made me smile. I gave this one 5 stars. This next one is really special. It's Maisie's Christmas Party. Maisie is inviting all her friends to a Christmas party, and they each reply with a special letter. And Cyril sends her a recipe for gingerbread, and it's an actual gingerbread recipe that you can try. And they send her a little ornament for her tree, and even a teeny tiny joke book. A little tiny joke with real jokes in it. Who says ho 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 meow? Santa Paws. I don't know. It's just so cute. And finally, at the end of the book, the day of the party arrives, and Maisie and her friends have a wonderful Christmas party. I mean, I'm 37 and I had so much fun just taking out all the little things in the envelopes and looking at the special little extras. And if I had fun looking in the envelopes for all those little goodies, you know a kid would go crazy for this. And of course they would destroy it, but it would be fun for a little while. I was just enthralled with all the cute letters and the fun little discoveries. This is a really special book and I gave it 5 stars. And finally, we have How Winston Delivered Christmas. This is quite a large and lengthy book because it is meant to be read a chapter a day. There are 25 chapters, and you read one every day until Christmas. It's about a little mouse, Winston, who finds a stray letter to Santa, and he tries to deliver it before Christmas Eve. At the end of each chapter, there is a craft or activity that you can try, like making a paper chain card, or a recipe that you can try for gingerbread men, or how to make your own wrapping paper and gift tags. The illustrations are really beautiful and fun. I just loved every minute of it. It's such a cute story and beautifully, beautifully illustrated. It's just, like Christmas treasure. Of course, I gave this 5 stars. It is absolutely adorable. And the best thing about this is the adorable little Winston. I just love that little guy. And that is my Christmas children's book gift guide. Hopefully you found something on here and said, oh, that's perfect for that little kid in my life. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know, what gifts are you giving this holiday? Bookish gifts in particular. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.